Hello everyone and welcome back to the next episode of my Let's Play Muscovy campaign. We are currently at war with the Golden Horde, which, to be fair, is how I start most of these episodes. It's going quite well. We're just about to take Astrakhan. All that will require is one more colonist, which we can send once the siege of Moskva has been broken. However, we've been at zero manpower for quite some time now. The amount of troops we're making each month is just enough to cover our losses. Our war exhaustion is 8.5, which is pretty high, and I'm worried that at the moment we're at a weakened state and we're going to be a nice juicy target for a larger, more powerful nation. So what I'm actually considering doing is finishing off the war with the Horde as quickly as I can, because Poland appears to be having a lot of trouble with Austria, and basically, if their prestige falls below zero, we could be looking at the end of the personal union between themselves and Lithuania. And that would mean I could finally work on getting the last province we need to form Russia. Okay, so those rebels have been dealt with. I should commission some more paintings. We have a ruler that's capable of westernizing us, and we only have one more slider change to make to be fully innovative and to get our sliders in the right position, and that should be available within the next few months. So right now the priority is gaining a peace and rebuilding our strength. This colonist should arrive in 2 weeks' time, and if it's successful, we'll be piecing out the Horde. Okay, there we go. So a few more days, and Astrakhan, with its centre of trade, has defected to us. This does give us a border with Nogai, but they shouldn't be too much of a problem. I'm not going to take a tribute from the Horde. I will be coming back to deal with them at a later date. Okay, so right now the priority is very much on just replenishing this manpower. Okay, and here we can make our final move towards innovation. And unfortunately, it's costed us stability. Pretty painful. So Poland's currently sat on 0 prestige, which means the personal union will continue. However, it is at risk. Just going to split our troops up here so we don't suffer from attrition. And we'll have the same... Actually, what am I saying? We shall take our armies to Astrakhan to deal with Nogai. I think also I'm going to have another army which will mainly be dealing with any rebels that pop up. Now we've got a salt crisis for a year, which means our production efficiency has gone down by 1%. So at the moment we are looking at a war with Austria and parts of Scandinavia if things don't break up. But we are going to have a while to go before we're at a position of strength to deal with them. So it's not currently too much of a concern. Okay, the guys seem to be retreating into Kara-Koyunlo territory. I'm not too sure what they hope to achieve down there, but we'll be waiting for them when they come back. I'll be continuing to build army buildings, and hopefully we'll be able to get our manpower even higher. The economy seems to be doing a lot better now, so I shall definitely be culling back on the minting. Okay, we've been insulted by Lithuania. I think they know what's on the cards. But I'm going to take this option because it will give us an increase to our relations with a lot of countries. Okay, it's time for war with Kara-Koyunlo, but I don't see them being a problem. They're currently being colonised by the Ottomans. Very happy to see the Golden Horde having rebels they're going to be unable to deal with. So legitimacy is still a concern, although it is currently reducing our revolt risk. I'd be happier if it was much higher and giving us more of a reduction. Excuse me. Okay, we've had some revolts in Kalmykia. Central trade has dropped in value considerably. I presume that's because the Golden Horde are embargoing us. I'll get some merchants sent in though, because even though we'll only be receiving a small amount, it's still something. The compete chance we have in that central trade is high enough that we're not going to be wasting our money. Really is lovely to see the manpower pool climbing. Ah, troops in Kaffa. But we're dealing with them. Darn. Okay, we've got war with Scandinavia. Okay, it's not the country I wanted to be at war with, but I don't believe they're going to be a problem. So we're going crazy over here. I'll get these troops sent into Scott first of all. I'll leave this small army in Voronezh. They're going to be placed pretty centrally for any revolts that spread. Okay, in comes Sweden. Not wasting any time. Okay, I'm actually going to wait one more month before we send these troops into Novgorod, just to give them one more chance to reinforce. And for Sweden to lose some troops to attrition, of course. Okay, that had been expected. Okay, I'll take a tribute from the guy. That's going to increase our annual income by 12. Okay, we have Danish troops heading into Novgorod, so once they arrive I shall send in this second army, which would pretty much ensure our victory just through numbers alone. Yeah, they're retreating already, look at that. Okay, and there's rebels are heading into Poland. Ah, look, minus prestige. Once their monarch dies, we'll be looking at the end of the personal union, which is absolutely fantastic. Okay, I currently seem to be losing money. I'm not too sure what's changed exactly, but it could just be because we've lost some provinces. But we'll see how it goes after the war. Ah, this is an interesting event. We have an option to gain 2 stability. I do want to adopt imperial administration at some point, so this would have been a nice event to have whilst we're at peace. Just one more thing to get annoyed at Scandinavia for. And I've just noticed that we have the Recruiting Act available to us, which will give us much more manpower, less recruitment time, move us a step towards innovation, and gain us a move towards quantity. I'm very happy to move towards quantity. It's the first time I'll be doing so, as normally I head towards quality for the discipline bonus. However, I believe with a nation like Russia, you are going to want to be moving towards quantity just to give you the extra reinforcement. You're going to have so many armies, you want them to be getting reinforced as much as possible. So I'm going to pick that up now. I'll take the 2 stability, which really is a waste because it's normally a wonderful time to enact any kind of severe changes to your nation, but it does save us a lot of time investing in stability manually. So I shall now be investing in land tech again. Okay, so we'll head up and follow Denmark. Have another revolt to deal with. I'll send one army back to Olonets, and the other shall follow into Savalax to hopefully finish off this pursuing army. We should intercept these as well, which means we should really be reinforced. At the risk of great losses to attrition, I will pursue into Tavastland, hoping to finish off the last remnants of the army. Okay, they have been wiped out. I'll call the episode for now, but join me next time where we continue the war with Scandinavia. Thanks for watching, guys.